Hello, so today I'm going to be talking about global impact. I thought it'd be wise to really focus on so many different countries that have had some sort of change within the last few weeks. So I'm going to go straight in and discuss the topic of Turkey. So Turkey had pulled out of the Istanbul Convention, which really looks to seek to prevent, prosecute and eliminate domestic violence. So the main reason for them for pulling out is really arguing that its main principles of gender equality and non-discrimination, of sexual orientation undermines family values and then promotes homosexuality. So this convention was originally created 10 years ago in 2011, and we've had a lot of different countries that had actually signed into it. It is quite interesting that this convention, which also does protect a lot of different people, can be moved to focus on the fact that it doesn't focus on family values, whereas I think everywhere in the world really focus on this element of love and inclusion and whatnot. Obviously cross-cultural norms and whatnot. Interestingly, the UK had actually signed it but had not signed the ratification of the convention, meaning that they wouldn't have to enforce or actually be accountable for ensuring that this would actually happen. Then we go to France. So French MPs have actually voted to back a new law that would set the age of consent for intercourse at 15, and it prohibits any intercourse with relatives under the age of 18. So beforehand, there was no law in place, and this meant that it was very hard to charge anyone with any rape allegations or grooming ones. So this is an interesting move, and we can see that actually everywhere is in need of this. So Europe is not exempt from these issues within gender and how to actually make sure that it's a safe environment for every woman to just be, so they can get the best of their best of themselves. And then we're going to have a look at New Zealand. So New Zealand today had a unanimous ruling to approve legislation to give couples who suffer from a miscarriage or stillbirth 3 days paid leave, which is very interesting that there are some concepts that you don't even realise that we don't even have legal rights for. You'd think that this, just out of part of empathy, which is something that really should be looking into normal ways of governance or structuring of it to take into account. Then we've got China. So Beijing Divorce Court had actually created a landmark ruling compensating a wife for all the housework that she did during their marriage, which ended up equating to 50,000 yuan of unpaid labour. So this could be a move globally to really look at what we do. How do we value each one of ourselves? So regardless of gender, how much work do we put in? Could it be that when you go into a marriage or a relationship, knowing that you're going to be doing half the work that they then don't have to do, would that be an allocation of funds? Would it change the structure or the dynamic of relationships, which is an interesting one to think of? So globally, I want everyone to think that actually it's not just the West or Europe that's being amazing within gender. It's not. Everyone is in need of a change. Everyone needs to be able to have this discussion. And I think this is the time. We can see everywhere in the world is changing, and we need to be the ones to start it. It can't just be from the top down. We're the ones that have to make this move. Thank you again. See you soon.